Okay, continuing on in our local spotlight segment, we are talking to the singer of Hand of Doom. Yes, you are very well aware of that name, and that is specifically because they are a Black Sabbath tribute band. Tell me who you are, what you do, and a little bit about what you're gonna give tonight.
My name is Rodrigo Tomé. I'm Brazilian. I'm from São Paulo. People call me Tomé. And I'm the lead singer of Hand of Doom and also another band called Ozzmosis.
So I assume, before we get too deep into this, most of what you do is pretty much keyed upon the Ozzy vocals?
Yeah, basically, it's... How can I explain? Many years ago, when I was, a teenager, this local singer told me to carry on singing Ozzy Osbourne because he said that my voice was for that, Said, oh no, I don't think you can do it right when you sing like David Coverdale. Do the Ozzy stuff,
Well, that makes sense. I mean, good for you for getting the praise of Ozzy and continuing on in that scene.
I think I'm lucky because he's not very technical, just like Dio or Bruce Dickinson. It's just like power and it's really soulful,
It is. I think it is the soulfulness of him and the way he carries himself and he actually makes the crowd feel. I mean, he's a fantastic frontman. He's always been a fantastic frontman, and any guy that can have an entire festival named after him, he's got to be doing something right. So that's a good thing. So how long have you guys been together under the name of Hand of Doom and doing the Black Sabbath tribute?
Under the name of Hand of Doom, we've been on for 7 years.
It's a good long run. Do you guys only do Ozzy era Black Sabbath?
Just the Ozzy era.
And when you do just the Ozzy era, do you focus mostly on the hits, or do you go a little deeper into the catalog?
We focus on the B-sides. That's our difference.
This is a great answer. Give me some of the tunes that you focus on, because this is actually leading into what I want to talk about as far as the scene here in Sao Paulo.
We play Killing Yourself to Live. We play Sleeping Village Warning. We play Spiral Architect. These things.
Why did you choose to go more into the B-side era of Black Sabbath?
Because we love them more.
Well, this is actually something I wanted to touch upon because, obviously I've only been here for so long, about 8 months, I guess, almost. And one thing I've realized here is the tribute scene, the cover band scene is huge. More so than any other city I've been in. And this, I would compare Sao Paulo easily to Chicago or Denver or any of the large cities I've lived in. But I think here, people would almost rather pay to go see a tribute band than they would to go see the original bands. Why do you think the scene is so big here?
Well, because I think that tickets are quite expensive in here, For you to see, let's say, to see Iron Maiden, you pay like 300 reais. And for you to see Children of the Beast, which is fantastic Iron Maiden tribute, you pay like 20 reais, which is about $10.
But a lot of the things that I've seen as far as the tribute bands here, majority, and I'm generalizing here, so forgive me, but a lot of the bands I've seen do majority of the A-sides, majority of the hits. Why did you choose to go the other way? I mean, don't get me wrong. Let me preface this by saying this is exactly what I try to focus upon. Like, I would prefer to go more in the B-sides. Why do you think the A-sides go over better other than the obvious reasons? And why did you choose to go the opposite direction?
Well, if you choose the A-sides, the hits, everybody's going to sing along. If you play the B-sides, just the die-hard fans are going to sing along. And that's not very good, because then you play here and there, and then people won't follow you, because it's just like the B-sides,
But don't you think people would rather hear the B-sides? This is a dilemma that I've had with multiple bands I've been in throughout the years, and I don't get it. Personally, as a fan, as an extreme fan, I would want to hear the deeper cuts. So why do you think people always want to focus on the easy stuff? Why not go and be like, wow, he just played Hole in the Sky instead of playing Iron Man? That's fucking cool. Why? I don't understand why people wouldn't want to hear that.
Well, in my case, we try and mix a little bit, you know.
Of course.
Of course, we have to play Iron Man, NIB, Paranoid.
Understandably, yeah.
But yeah, we play like 6 or 7 hits and then only B-sides. Because like we have to cheer up the crowd. If we play just the B-sides, then, you know, especially women won't sing along, and we want to see women and
this is a
people
big thing.
that are not really die-hard Sabbath fans singing along, you know. And then people drink more beer, and then, you know, pub owners get happier.
Of
You
course.
try to say like it's a give and take between being commercial but being truthful to the music.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always told him about that. Like, I think it's a give and take. You cannot only play like all B-sides. This is what you do at home with your friends. If you are being commercial, you know, in a bar, someone has to make money out of it. So let's, you know, give a little, take a little, and something like that.
It's just like with, you know, my other band, Ozzmosis. We have to play
Crazy Train.
Crazy Train, Mr. Crawley, and let's say Suicide Solution. But we do play Perry Mason, which is not very popular in the US, but it is in here.
It's huge here. Yeah, our good friends of ours, the Sphere Rock Orchestra, play that on a regular basis. And honestly,
It's their
I'm not
closest
even that
song.
big
I mean,
of a
it's
fan of it.
huge.
but
People are looking forward.
They
go
lose
to
their
the Sphere
minds.
Rock,
They
and
totally
it's
lose their
insane.
minds. I heard people in the crowd when they, you know, had a lull,
Begging for Perry
screaming for Perry Mason.
Yeah.
They were just going nuts for it, like play it. And I was like, wow, it blows my mind. I mean, I suppose this is, you know, partially the way things are marketed here comparative to where I grew up.
But it's a cultural difference as well. I mean, someone in a radio station is going to say, oh yeah, I like the song, and they're going to play it. And it becomes the big hit. Perry Mason became famous here. Nobody really knows why. I don't really know why.
Well, because back in the day, Ozzy launched Ozzmosis, and then he came to Brazil.
Okay.
And then 2 hits were Perry Mason and I Just Want You. People love it here. Just in here, because I played these songs in the UK, and people didn't know about it. People asked me for So Tired, because it was a hit in the UK.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about a B-side in
And
the
a
UK.
huge hit in the UK was Shot in the Dark, too.
Okay, that was also really huge in the US. Shot in the Dark and Ultimate Sin were both
Yeah,
very
But I
big.
think Shot in the Dark was big here. I mean, I remember having like a Realce, the video show in Gazeta, when like 20 years ago, and they would play Shot in the Dark quite often.
So
But-
with Ozzmosis, we play like Crazy Train, Mr. Crawley, and, you know, those hits, and then we play Bloodbath in Paradise.
That's an interesting cut.
We play Crazy Babies. We play Number Movies.
Nice. I was actually
Steal
thinking
Away,
that.
You know,
That's a great little segment right there.
every March we do the Randy Rhoads tribute.
How deep do you get in Sabbath stuff? I mean, do you touch on Never Say Die stuff? Do you touch on Technical Ecstasy?
We have never touched Technical Ecstasy. That's my goal. That's my personal goal for
If I might put on my 2 cents, Gypsy.
Gypsy's fantastic.
Gypsy and Hard Road off of Never Say Die. Those are 2 of my favorite deep Sabbath cuts.
We've already played Junior Size.
Nice. It's a good one.
We occasionally play Never Say Die song. Then we play Symptom of the Universe. Once in a while, Hole in the Sky. And then
I
we
love
play
that tune.
the old stuff. Like we play Under the Sun. We open our gig with Wheels of Confusion.
Nice.
Open it with Wheels of Confusion and we finish it with Under the Sun.
I mean, that's really cool that you do such deep cuts. I mean, that's here. I'm still trying to kind of collect my bearings on the Brazilian scene, if you will, and I'm finding that the more I go to gigs and the more I hear cover bands and or tribute bands, I hear so much of the same songs, but people, they love it. They eat it up. From my point of view, I have a really hard time playing towards the lowest common denominator, which you're obviously not doing, which I respect highly. Does it work for you though? Do you still have the same amount of pull as if you were doing strictly the hits?
Or is the Brazilian crowd as naive, so to say, that they will only digest what is thrown at them as what the hits are from the radio.
It all depends. It all depends on the place. It all depends on the neighborhood. Like if you go to Bexiga,
Yeah, we win there on the Halloween party.
you've got to play like Born to Be Wild and Rock and Roll All Night. You know,
They're very A-side there.
I would
But
say
more
like,
so, like lowest common denominator.
Like-
So
easy listening stuff. You know,
okay.
that everybody's gonna sing along. And when you come to Blackmore, yeah, you can play all the B-sides and.
Because you got more of a diehard crowd.
fan, yeah.
And you
That's the
mentioned
thing.
being in the UK before. So have you toured with either of these bands outside of Brazil?
No, I had a band with Richie Faulkner from Judas Priest, David Rimmer from Zodiac Mindwarp,
Oh, I know them, yes.
and Les Binks from the old Judas Priest. And then we toured around England, you know.
Doing original or covers.
No, well, it was an Ozzy tribute.
Oh, okay. And how did that go there? Did you do more of the A-sides there, or you did more of the alternate B-sides, as you were saying, with like So Tired?
The A sides, you know, because we played at clubs, you know, and I prefer Brazilian crowd, man. They go crazy, you know. People at clubs in England, they think of drinking, you know. I don't know, you know. They just lift the glasses and say, "Oh, that's very good. That's really nice." You know? Well, maybe in London, where you have so many foreigners, then it's really nice, you know. But when you go to the countryside, you just see older people and you know, you're playing like Ozzy Osbourne stuff and people don't go mad. I like it when people go crazy.
Of course,
you know?
yeah. No, I completely respect that. I think that's good. What if we're gonna play something? Since we're getting out of this, we're talking about Ozzy and we're talking about Black Sabbath. What do you want to hear?
Well, I love Warning, Sleeping Village Warning. You know the sequence.
Very much appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. I look forward to hearing your gig tonight, and
My pleasure.
I'm sure we will speak more in the future.